Welcome to my course. My name is Durgesh Kodani, and in this course, I'm going to teach you how you can create cute videos online by following a step-by-step approach for you to generate those videos. Anyone with basic creative skills, basic curiosity around AI tools is the right audience for this particular course. Let me play a reference video first. Thanks for watching. Now let's look into the bullet points on the left hand side of the screen. Bullet point number one. In this course, you will learn how to recreate iconic movie moments using AI and turn them into viral YouTube shorts, even if you have no editing or design experience. The point over here that I wish to emphasize on is the last line, no editing or design experience. Now that's very powerful. At your home, you may have people who are in their 70s who are using WhatsApp seamlessly. The same category of people are also using Paytm very seamlessly. All in all, if anyone, any one of you or anyone in your family, whether very young, a young 7-year-old kid or a 70-plus-year-old person, if he can use WhatsApp, if he can use Paytm, the basic internet, then he can create these videos and and can go viral on YouTube or Instagram via this video or similar type of videos. The process still remains the same. So, and that is what the intention of this course is, and that is what I would emphasize as the first point that I read in front of you. As a part of that, the main key pointer to extract out of this is no editing or design experience of the past is really needed for you to create these videos. If you have that experience, it's gonna all the more be helpful. But technically, when we talk about generative AI and when we talk about democratization of the skills, and people are going to end up doing something which they have not done in past because of generative AI, this is a perfect example of this. All right, let's proceed. The second statement. We will use simple AI tools to create characters, animate the images, add music, and publish a complete short video under 60 seconds. This is the agenda of this course. I'm going to take this as a reference video. The video that I showed you is a reference video that I would try and mimic, and whatever happens as a part of the mimic process, which means if I get stuck somewhere, I will show you where I got stuck and what did I do to resolve it, and all of this will happen in a step-by-step manner. So it's going to be very easy, very interesting for all of you as well. Just stay connected and be patient. By the end of this course, you will create a similar type of a video, not exactly the same, but similar on the similar concept. You will find that video, a fully animated AI movie story of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, but different looking characters, uh, with different storyline maybe. But that's what we'll try to mimic, and you will have some finished product by end of the course. Uh, and that finished product should resemble this particular Kuch Kuch Hota Hai storyline, which means in case if you find something interesting online and you wish to create something similar, then generative AI would help you do that. You just need to have the right learning mindset for you to learn pretty quickly in terms of how you can be a creator rather than just a person scrolling reels and feeling happy about life. If you are scrolling reels, someone else is creating reels. And that someone else was creating reels all this while because you didn't have the skills and the knowledge and the time for you to be able to do all of this. But today, using generative AI, in a matter of 2 hours maximum, you can create a reel like this and can publish it online. And you, if you continue doing it on a day-to-day basis, then in a matter of 3 months to 6 months, worst to worst case 9 months, there is a potential that some of your video may go viral, and that will give a big boost to your entire online creator's journey. And that's the hope, and that's the aim. So as a part of this course, we will have input characters and output characters. On the left hand side of the screens are the input characters, for which we have already seen a sample video. We are going to use these three characters and the video we saw right now just as an input or a reference. And our aim will be to produce the characters and the video for those characters that are on the right hand side, right? So I will tell you the thought process in terms of how I take these inputs and the references and try to create the output. And that is what you will learn as a part of this course. Overview of the course, we are going to use a couple of tools over here. ChatGPT for character creation, storyline creation. I'll take the images of Rahul, Anjali, and Tina, all from ChatGPT. ChatGPT would help us create the basic character sketches. Then Whisk AI for image creation. Why is Whisk AI chosen? Because Whisk AI is a tool of Google that can help with character consistency. So if Rahul looks a particular way or Tina looks a particular way, then they have to look exactly the same in every single scene and every single frame for the entire movie. And hence, Whisk AI helps solve that problem of character consistency, which is a very important problem in the video creation world. Hence, Google's Whisk AI is the chosen platform for the image creation. For video creation, I'll be demonstrating Grok AI, but technically you can use any other video creation as well. Meta AI also does video creation, and there are so many other tools as well. Even Google does video creation as well. Point is, we are going to create the characters using ChatGPT, create different scenes and the entire storyline. For each of the storyline, we are going to create images using Whisk AI. And then for each of the image that we have created for each of the scene, we are going to give those images to Grok AI and create short videos out of it for every single scene. And once we have video created for every single scene, I'm going to place all those videos on a timeline by using a video editor called Veed.io. But again, you can use any video editor of your choice. CapCut is very, very famous. And then you also have another video editor which is very famous that you can use on your mobile phone as well, which is InShot. The point is you need a video editor, and that's important. You need a, a, a image tool or a video tool or a generative AI tool. The tools are important. Which tool you use, that's not really important. Try and learn the process. The tools, you can use any tool of your choice, but I am going to demonstrate it using the tools on the screen just for a demo purpose for me to show you the process, but fall in love with the process and not the tools. That would be my recommendation. All right, so we saw the use of ChatGPT, Whisk AI, Grok AI, Veed.io for video editing and putting all the video generated videos on the timeline in the sequence manner. And then finally, I'm going to show the use of Suno AI, because when these videos play, there has to be something happening in the background from an audio perspective. So I'm going to generate an instrumental track from Suno AI and download that instrumental track and put it back on v.io's timeline for it to play our videos that we generated from Grok AI. but along with those, play our audio, which instrumental audio song that was generated from Suno AI. So that would be the structure of the course, overview of the tools that we have used, the purpose of this course. I hope you like the entire course that I've built. Do remember, I also have other courses on Udemy as well that take care of different things. But so do check out, and I wish you all the very best in your learning journey. Keep learning. This space is going to change very very fast. So 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 be at pace with the world. That would be my recommendation. All the very best to you. And in case if you are satisfied with whatever I'm teaching in this course, please feel free to leave a review for me. This review is very, very important for me. So the better review you can give me, the more motivated I feel. I check every single review. Every single day I go and refresh my review page and comments page. If you did not like something, feel free to reach out to me and let me know to create a content specific to your needs, or you can put it on online in the review comments also. But if you like something, then please don't hesitate again, even in that case, for you to leave a review comment and give me a 5 on 5 rating. Please do that. This is very very important for me, and I take this very very seriously. Every single comment, every single student, I take it very very seriously. I hope you take me seriously as well. Thank you so much. Let's move to the next section, movie selection and the story breakdown. How to select movies suitable for YouTube Shorts. You should choose a movie which has a strong emotional recall. People should look at the title and should click a button worth enough their attention, worth enough their time for them to be able to spend 30 seconds of their life to see what you have created for them. So it's very important that you choose movie with strong emotional recall. That's very important. And in that movie, you should not keep plotting every single character that showed up in the movie. You should not recreate the entire movie. Create some iconic characters, and that's it. That's all, right? The iconic characters that people will remember, the masses will remember. Focus on simple but memorable moments. That's very very important. People should have a recall value. We already discussed this earlier. And avoid movies that depend heavily on dialogue, right? The movies that you create should depend heavily on emotions, and that's it. So when we take an example of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, you no one will remember dialogues of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, may or may not, but technically the emotion everyone will understand. Everyone will recall the emotional connect with the movie, and Shah Rukh Khan and Anjali and Rahul and Tina, the characters. People will still be able to recollect the movie. And most important, you should check if the movie can fit under 60 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever that duration you're trying to build or get the attention of your viewer. Make sure it's safe to reimagine. There should not be any copyright issues that you should get into. No legal or unnecessary copyright issues. You should avoid that as much as possible. Don't use the images of Shah Rukh Khan or Rani Mukherjee or anyone else for that matter and offend anyone. Just be sport with it, and try to build your business in a manner that you don't end up creating a harm to anyone. And instead of you deciding your next movie, let the audience decide the next movies, which means very simply you can just place it in your comment section saying which movie would all your audience want you to create next, and let the comments come in from the audience itself, and you be a servant leader to your audience based on whatever they want, you do it. In our case, as I said earlier, we are going to reimagine Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. We have already seen these three characters and a movie uh, which I created just for you to understand the thought process that this is the input. We are going to reimagine this input and create a separate uh, project for ourselves, which is going to be a Kuch Kuch Hota Hai project only, but with our own characters, our own storyline, and our own set of images and videos and background music. Everything would be different, and I'm going to do all of this hands on in front of you for you to realize and see if you can connect with the emotions that I'm trying to put when I create these videos. All right, let's get started. This is the first hands-on that I would do in front of you for you to start looking at the process and the steps that I follow. To start with, we need to create characters, and I'm just trying to search a cute puppy face for AI videos just because puppy faces go viral, and hence this concept of selecting a puppy face. But technically, you can do it in based on your creative skills, whatever that comes to your mind, you can do it, right? You can do it on a baby face, reimagining Kuch Kuch Hota Hai with cute babies worth 0 to 2 years of age duration, or you could do it on a monkey's face, or or anyone for that matter, right? So or you can pick your imaginary characters as well, which are people in the college life somewhere in their 20s and 30s. You can do that also, so anything is allowed. But I need to keep a reference for me to show the project based on that reference, and my reference is a puppy face, and that's what I'm going to show you. So I've taken one image from the internet, a sample image. No worries about the copyright issues because we are not using this image anywhere. We are just using this as a input that we are giving to ChatGPT, and asking ChatGPT to create a Shah Rukh Khan puppy face based on his character for us, right? So now I'm going to search Shah Rukh Khan Kuch Kuch Hota Hai images for me to give both the images to ChatGPT so that ChatGPT can create a iconic, unique character for us. Now, this pose is very famous. I think people, my audience, will be able to emotionally connect with this particular pose of the three characters. So my intention is that my character should look somewhat similar to these images, which is if Shah Rukh Khan is wearing yellow colored jacket, sorry, not red, yellow colored jacket in the iconic Shah Rukh Kuch Kuch Hota Hai thumbnail or poster, then my character should also wear a yellow colored jacket, right? So I'm going to give both the images to ChatGPT and put a little bit of English for me to express my thoughts around what I want. And I just told you what I want, but to ChatGPT, I will express it via writing my thought process. And once I've done it, I would just wait for ChatGPT to create my first character for the movie, which is Rahul's character. The character Rahul was played by Shah Rukh Khan in the movie Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. And here we are after some 20-30 seconds of wait time approximately. We will get our first character of Rahul showing up in front of you that has a puppy face and a yellow jacket and a blue jeans and everything from Shah Rukh Khan's pose perspective as well. All right, so the first character sketch is done. Now let's move on to the second character. Second character, the most popular character after Shah Rukh Khan in the movie, was Kajol's character, and Kajol's character name was Anjali. So now, next, I want to create Anjali's character. The image along, and if you see, the images has the name as well. The banner has the name, who is who is Rahul, who is Anjali, who is Tina in the banner. And I've already given that input to ChatGPT. I've already given that image to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT knows that image, and ChatGPT has one reference puppy image as well. And I'm just saying, you know, good job on creating Shah Rukh Khan's Shah Rukh Khan's character. I want you to now create uh, Anjali's character with whatever information you have, you figure it out, right? So I'm not going to kind of give too much of extra details to ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT figure it out on its own. But technically, if you want, you can give some extra images as well. But I'm just trying to keep the process and the project very, very simple so that everyone can understand. But based on your curiosity level and the kind of requirement that you may have for your individual projects, you can give more input to ChatGPT, and of course, more input means better output as well, right? So right now I'm just keeping it very, very minimal, but I hope you understand the purpose of me trying to demonstrate is not to get the best movie possible, but the purpose is to show you the process of how I think and what I do to get the work done, right? So for now, I've said good job. Next, I want you to create Anjali's character in a female puppy format, right? At least I've specified that. Please note that Anjali is the girl in the white cap. Although this is already, the name is already there on the poster, Anjali, but I still mentioned it to ChatGPT as well, just to ensure that ChatGPT doesn't ends up creating picking up the wrong person from the poster and creating a wrong image for me for my Anjali's character. So just as a precautionary step, although not required. But any which ways, that's a basic English communication that I've done to ChatGPT. And now after 20-30 seconds, this time ChatGPT comes up with a female puppy character, our character number two for our movie. This is Rahul's character, and this is the female puppy character, the Anjali character. Now let's come to our third and the final character for our movie, which is Tina's character. So my process is still going to be the same, which is give the same iconic poster that our audience will connect to, and then give some English statements that will help ChatGPT to create our third character, which is Tina's character. So I'm saying, okay, please create the image for the final character, Tina. Puppy character for Tina, please create. Same thing repeated in normal, natural layman language English. Please don't mind. But you get the purpose. You should be able to express your thought process to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will be able to understand your natural language and create something out of it. So that's the whole purpose, and that's all. All right, so we have two characters ready for us, and the third character, I want a puppy character, Tina, with a black dress, and let's see what it generates for us. Please create Tina's character, and technically we can use any tools of choice. ChatGPT is not the only tool that can convert your text to images. I'm just doing text to image, and that's what you need to learn. I'm using ChatGPT as a tool, but if you have any other tool available at your end and any other favorites that you may have, then please go ahead and use your favorite tool. But try and understand that I'm not teaching you ChatGPT, I'm teaching you the process, and that process requires a character creation using text to image, and that's what I'm teaching you. Now we have the three characters that ChatGPT has created for us. On the left hand side is Tina's character in black. On the right hand side is Anjali's character in blue with a white cap. And in the middle is Rahul's character, who is the main lead of the film. And these are the three characters that we are going to use and create our version, our reimagined version of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. And once again, I'm going to put a little bit of stress on putting a rating and a review comment. This is super important for me. This keeps me motivated every single morning when I get up. I do refresh my page for me to see any new comments or ratings have been received by my Udemy courses on different topics, and if yes, what is the world thinking about the course and the content that I'm creating for this world. So this is very, very super important for me, I would say. I hope you end up leaving your comment and a rating as well. Thank you so much. Now we have created three individual characters for our movie. Okay, what do we do next? Let's create a thumbnail for the movie, or let's create a poster for the movie. I'm on my ChatGPT console and I wish to give an input image to ChatGPT for ChatGPT to refer to the actual Kuch Kuch Hota Hai poster and try to put the three characters that we have created exactly in the same poster, exact same style, but our characters, right? So we are not going to use existing poster that exist for Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. We are just going to use that as a reference, as an input reference to ChatGPT, so that ChatGPT can give us output which is similar to that but not the same. So I'm giving overall all my three characters and the actual poster of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. The reason I'm doing all of this is because I want people to resemble with the emotion of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, right? Had I uh, created a poster which looks very very different than the actual poster, then people may not be able to connect with it, right? So if you want your audience to connect with the emotion of the movie that they have seen like 20 years ago, then the look and feel, the style, lot of things, the jacket color, the cap color, the blue color of Anjali with a white cap, and the sweater on her waist, that character I'm trying to recreate it, and hence an input image kind of helps to recreate all of that emotions and the experiences that people have lived when they watched the movie 20, 25 years ago. Any which ways, coming back to the prompt on ChatGPT console, I've given these input files and I've said, I want you to create a 9 by 16 size image for YouTube short combining all the attached characters in a poster. I want you to just create the images. The only text you should write should be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai in the exact same format and style as I've given you in the input image. And that's about it. And in short, below the text of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, just write AI version as well, right? So all in all, now we are going to see, I'm expecting we are going to see three characters that we had designed in a poster that mimics the actual Kuch Kuch Hota Hai poster, with the only text on the screen would be on the image, on the thumbnail or the our poster would be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and AI version just below Kuch Kuch Hota Hai in short, but no names, right? As such, in the original version there are names uh, just below the character in terms of who is Rahul, who is Tina, who is Anjali. That would not be here because we have not given that instructions, and we have clearly said do not put any text whatsoever on the image. Just create an image and that's about it. The only text should be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and the AI version as a subtitle for it. Now it has created an image, but I'm not at all happy with the image because it has not been able to link with the character of Rahul and Tina. Anjali's character, it has been able to take it well and produce a decent enough output, but Shah Rukh Khan's character, which is Rahul, and Rani Mukherjee's character, which is Tina's character, it has not been able to produce a good image and do a good job, right? So, well, this is a type of blockage that people usually witness and they give up and say AI doesn't works. But I'm gonna try this one more time in front of you and try to make this work because that's a bare minimum expectation. I'm not expecting too much, right? So this is bare minimum. I've given you three. I need to have a thumbnail that should resemble my characters. That's bare minimum expectation, nothing extraordinary. So I'm gonna try this one more time because the requirement is valid and I cannot give up on this requirement. If this doesn't work in ChatGPT, I'm gonna take the same characters and whatever prompt to some other tool where I can do text to image and can generate a thumbnail poster for myself from some other tool, but I'm not gonna give up. I can tell you that. And and it's not stubbornness, it's about experience, right? Which means that I may have tried my hands enough in past on similar items for me to say, hey, you know what? If the output is not good, it's okay. I can try it one more time, two more times, and see where it goes, right? So this is my attempt number two. Again, not good because Shah Rukh Khan and this Rani Mukherjee's image is not at all showing up based on the character design that we did for our movie, right? So let me try to see if I can give one character at a time instead of giving all the three characters at one time. Let's see if that helps to solve the problem. Not really sure, but all of this is very natural. All of this will happen with you as well, and so all I'm trying to teach you is the thought process, and that's it. So I've given only Shah Rukh Khan's character now and said use this character in the thumbnail. Also remove YouTube shorts from the thumbnail, right? I mean, I don't need to post this to YouTube only. I may want to post this to my Instagram in future. Maybe, who knows, right? So why should I create a poster which has only YouTube branding into it? That's not even the primary requirement, and it just kind of does more harm than good. So let's stick back with ChatGPT for the thumbnail creation with our characters as a primary and the only requirement. Because we are not getting that right, let's concentrate on that, and let's take YouTube out of the picture from thumbnail. All right, now ChatGPT is going to take some time, and the expectation is that it's going to put Shah Rukh Khan's character, which is Rahul's character, um, on our thumbnail properly this time. I hope so. Not really sure, but this is our third attempt, I guess, on this poster that we are trying to design, thumbnail that we are trying to design for our movie, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai AI version. Let's see. And sometimes the problem can also be that um, we have given too much of prompts. Oh, okay, all right. So we do get the image, but again, Shah Rukh Khan is not as per the character that we had designed. So this is not working, but it's not working on this chat. Okay, let me try the exact same thing on a new chat. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go to new chat window um, so that ChatGPT can think again without taking into consideration the previous chat histories and whatsoever. This is a completely new thread, so it's gonna treat it a little differently as compared to asking the same question on a previous thread where ChatGPT has generated multiple incorrect outputs in that thread in past. So there's a completely new thread, but the requirements, the English language, the thought process is exactly the same. No additional input I'm giving. I've just given the same input that we were giving it on the other thread to ChatGPT any which ways, right? So I've given you a thumbnail as well as three characters separately. I want you to take the three characters and put them into the main thumbnail. So that's all. Uh, that's the only thing that we were trying in the previous thread as well, and that's the only thing that I've given it on this thread as well. It's gonna take a little bit of processing time for it to generate the output that we are looking for, but technically, this is the entire process of how you leverage ChatGPT and put all the characters first, and then put all the characters together in one poster, movie poster or a thumbnail. This is very important because this is what the people will see and may want to click on your YouTube short. You can't just show them only Rahul. People will not be able to resonate with only Rahul because your Rahul's character is your defined version of Rahul, right? People will not know what does that character stand for. But if when you make these three characters look with the pose and the style and the clothes exactly same as Kuch Kuch Hota Hai poster that they saw 20 years ago, and you write on top of this poster Kuch Kuch Hota Hai AI version, people will understand what this entire 30 seconds of the video would contain, and it's always good to let people know upfront on what they can expect, right? It helps in the retention numbers for sure because now whoever comes in doesn't get surprised and ends up watching maybe more than 50-60% of your video at least on average. All right, our movie poster has been completed. On the left hand side, you see the original image that we picked up from the internet. This is how movie posters were designed 20-25 years ago when Kuch Kuch Hota Hai had released and people were kind of creating some images online. So look, if you look at it, pretty basic, right? Pretty basic. Not really good editing, but any which ways, that's 20, 25 years ago. So left hand side is the actual internet image that we just took from Google, and the right hand side image is the puppy version of the exact same stuff. So if you see the style of Rahul, the hand and the legs, the placement for Tina, and the white cap and the black goggles, uh, everything kind of is perfect, good enough for people to people to look at it and think, do I ignore this YouTube and move on to the next one, or do I end up clicking a button and watch this YouTube in terms of what it contains, right? It makes people think because of the pose, and hence movie poster is very, very important. Of course, some people may say on the left hand side in the real image, I can see Anjali holding a basketball, but on the AI created version, basketball is missing, so this doesn't works. Well, you are right. Good catch. If this doesn't work and you really, really, really want the basketball, then please reprompt it one more time and you will get the basketball, right? It's not really that big of a deal, but the process part of it, whatever I wanted to translate, I think I've been able to communicate in terms of what you do and how you do it. But from a quality perspective, you want a better quality, please continue to prompt it. Please continue to give better prompts for better outputs. So that would be my take on it. And with that, we have come to the end of this section where we have designed the three characters for our movie, and we have designed a movie poster as well, which is going to act as a thumbnail for our YouTube short, right? I hope you are enjoying this course, and in case if you think there is something that you are learning from this course, then please feel free to put me a review comment and a rating as well. I hope you give me 5 on 5 rating, but never mind in case if you do not wish to give me 5 on 5 rating. But if you wish to, I mean, thank you so much in advance, right? To all of you giving a rating, right? Give a rating, that's important. Give a review, leave a review comment as well. If you have any suggestion for me, please get in touch with me. Please ask your doubts, show your work, put your YouTube comments, whatever you are, put your YouTube links actually in the comments section for this course. Put those links so that rest of the world can also look at your YouTube work that you are creating using the learnings from this course. And in case if you are able to create a kuch kuch hota hai type work and put it on YouTube, then that at least that you should share with me. I would be very, very happy to see Kuch Kuch Hota Hai work online. If you're able to learn something from this course and experiment it exactly in the same theme and give me a better output than what I shared with you, I think that would be a challenge that I would want you all to take. Now, we have our characters, we have our movie poster. What do we do next? We create what happens inside the movie. We create the story part of it. And every story has multiple scenes. So I'm going to leverage ChatGPT, as you see on your screen, to create a storyline with, say, 8 scenes, but technically, in your experimentation work, you can increase or decrease the number of scenes, all up to you. Does not really matter if you create 20 scenes or 5 scenes or exact same 8 scenes, doesn't matter. Or you can create 200 scenes also if you're producing a bigger movie size, right? Absolutely okay. But the point really is that try and learn the process from me and experiment on the process on your end. I'm writing to chat gpt now for this image that I have attached, kuch kuch hota hai, and the three characters and everything. Give me a storyline with 8 scenes. I'm asking for 8 scenes. For each scene, tell me what is the title of that scene, what characters play a role in that scene, whether it is puppy R or puppy A or puppy B. and also tell me the scene details in 1 or 2 lines with good display of emotions. Okay. And after that, I'm telling, please note that puppy in the yellow jacket is puppy R, puppy Rahul. And then, I'm also going to give a description for the rest of the two puppies as well, so that it is able to understand that it needs to refer to puppy R. And from an image perspective, the person in the yellow jacket is puppy R, the person in with a white cap is puppy Anjali, puppy A, and then the puppy in the black dress is puppy T, puppy Tina, right? So visual identification should happen, and hence all this input was important for me to give to ChatGPT. Now it has started generating some 8 scene storyline as you see on your screen. Scene 1, best friends forever. Scene 2, puppy T's silent love. Scene 3, puppy A's friendship zone, and so on and so forth. It's absolutely fine. We have our scene 3. Scene details are there as you see on your screen. The characters that the way we requested ChatGPT, and everything is perfect for all the scenes. I see scene 4, scene 5. Scene 5 is time changes everything. Scene 6, realization hits. Scene 7, love finds its voice. And scene 8, kuch kuch hota hai, which is the final scene. Now, all of this is fine. However, what I feel is ChatGPT has created its own story whatsoever, because it is generative AI. It can generate anything, right? Whatever it feels like. If you look at the scene details, you will understand all of this, why I'm saying. And hence, I have given one more prompt and I said, you need to recreate the scenes as it is in the movie Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, the real movie, right? That's how the audience would be able to connect. You can't create a new movie. No one will see more than 10-20%. Even if they by chance they end up clicking on the YouTube short and they get inside the video, they might just see 10-20% of the video. They will not be able to connect with it. They might just find it creative, but 10-20 seconds of the video, 10-20% of the video maybe would satisfy their creative desire, whatever they had from the video. They'll not see everything that you have to offer in the video. For that to happen, you have to show them exactly same a movie that helps them to recollect the exact same original real movie of Shah Rukh Khan, Anjali, Rani Mukherjee, and Kajol. They should be reminded of all these three film stars when they see the entire movie. That's the purpose, right? So ChatGPT has created a new version. Now this time it has taken a story which is same as the original Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, but the wordings are different, and that's the only thing that changes. But the storyline is still the same, and we have everything with us on the ChatGPT console. So this is all fine. However, when we take all of this as an input and give it further for image creation or video creation, we need to specifically define the visual appearances of all these three characters, which is puppy R, puppy T, and puppy A. How do they look like? We'll have to define it in the next sections. Again, one more time, I'm going to request you with folded hands to do drop your ratings and the review comments if you are liking the scores. Please don't skip it. It's very, very important for me. My entire Udemy work depends on your review comments. So just don't leave your rating. Also, put your review comments so that rest of the people understand why did you like this course if you liked it. And thank you so much in advance for taking this small step for me. Now we have all our scenes ready. What do we want next? As a next step, we want to generate an image for every single scene that we have. So let's start our hands-on exercise for creating all the images for 8 scenes that we have. Now, a point to note over here is that we have our 3 characters, and the same characters have to play a role in all the 8 scenes. So character consistency is very important. And I think because this particular project requires character consistency, hence I'm choosing Google Labs Whisk as the product, where you can generate images keeping in mind the character consistency requirement. Technically, if character consistency was not really a requirement, you could have generated it via any other image creation platform as well, text to image creation platform. Even on ChatGPT, you could have generated, not a big deal. But here we need character consistency. So what I'm showing you on my screen right now is I am uploading subjects one by one. So I've uploaded Rahul's character as one of my subject. I'm uploading second subject of mine, which is Anjali's character. And third, I will upload Tina's character as my third subject. There are other features as well. You can upload a scene or a style as well, but at the moment I'm trying to keep the project very, very basic so that you understand the basic project for now and keep experimenting on the complexities and backgrounds and scenes and all that stuff later on as a step two, when you continue your experimentation phase. For now, I'm going back and picking up the details of every single scene. That's what I would do, and create an animation out of it using at a later point of time. But for me to pick up that scene and create an animation for every single scene, I need to first generate the images, and that is where Google Whisk AI comes into picture. Now, on this Chat GPT screen, that the way you see it, it's written characters are puppy R, A, and T. But visually, how will Whisk AI, a new tool, separate tool altogether, understand which of the three puppies in the image, the yellow one or the blue with a white cap or the black one, which one of them is puppy R, puppy A, puppy T? How will Whisk AI, Google's Whisk AI understand this, right? So to make Google Whisk AI understand which puppy represents which character, I have asked ChatGPT to put those details in every single scene so that we are giving proper and complete information to Whisk AI. So as you see, visual note has been added, and the same note has been added by ChatGPT on every single scene details, right? So what I will do now is pick up the scene details from here, and along with the visual note, of course, and give it to Whisk AI and ask Whisk AI to generate scenes for based on the subjects that I'll select on the left hand side of the screen. For every single scene, I would continue to customize the subjects present in the screen in the scene, right? So for now, scene one we are doing, trying to create an image for scene one, and in scene one all three characters are needed, so I've selected all three of them on the left hand side, and I see two images. Not happy with both the images because the character Tina looks like a small child as compared to the other two characters. It looks like two parents and one child. That's not the case. So I'm just changing the prompt here, and I'm just adding this line. All three are in the same age group, right? Just a very simple stuff, nothing fancy. Just trying to show you the process end to end. That's about it. Now, I think this image still kind of looks better, although not perfect. I don't think these are perfect images that I would want to upload on YouTube with an intention for something to go viral. But these are good enough images generated with the first initial prompt for me not to worry too much about the every single perfection quality in the image itself, but rather worry about the process and ensure that I translate that thought process uh, in terms of how to create such videos and the entire workflow and all that stuff, right? So that would be the key from my side. So right now, as you see on your screen, we are on scene two, and in scene two, on the subjects on the left hand side, you see there are only two subjects that are selected, Rahul and Anjali, because that's what scene two is about. Tina is not in scene two, so Tina is not even selected in scene two. Let's move on to scene 3 and repeat the same stuff. In scene 3, Tina falls in love, and this is between puppy R, which is Rahul, and puppy T, Tina. So we'll take Anjali out of the equation for this particular scene and give this prompt by selecting the characters from the left hand side, giving the prompt at the bottom center of the screen, and we need to wait for like 15 to 20 seconds, and the image for the scene gets generated. Now we are done with three scenes, and we need to just continue doing this exact same stuff for the remaining scenes as well. But while I continue to do that, I'm still downloading all the pictures scene by scene. One of the picture that I like for each scene, I'm just downloading that particular picture. Now we are on scene 4. That scene is between puppy Rahul and puppy Anjali. I do exactly the same stuff, which is select these two characters, put the prompt, and wait for the system to convert the text into image by knowing the characters in it based on our selection. So that's the entire process that needs to be repeated for all the scenes. And at for every single prompt, you see there are two images that are being generated. If you're happy with it, keep one of those images. Else you can just reprompt it and let it generate more than two images as well. So right now you see I'm trying to work on this particular scene, and the image of Anjali character is not really good. I'm not happy with the Anjali character. It has not taken the the character details that should show up on the face. But out of the four, I would still say the top left hand side is still better. So I still downloaded it for now because that's still okay for me to consider and move on to the next one. Let's move on to scene 5. So scene 5 is between, actually it's only puppy A, scene 5, and that's it. Puppy A is walking away from the college, and this scene is about separation. So I would just select puppy A and give the prompt and wait for this magic to happen via Whisk AI. Now for character consistency, whatever the left hand side window that you see where you can select the subject for every single scene, this feature is not present in a lot of other text to images tools out there, I would say, which means this becomes one of the USP of Google Whisk AI, and hence people love small little details like this, but very practical details that can make or break things for you, right? If I were to show you a video where Tina's character is different scene by scene by scene, you would have not been able to relate to the entire story and the emotions that I'm trying to put in inside the video for the users to be able to connect with the video. So Whisk AI scores well for the character consistency problem solving. We have already done all the way till scene 6. Let's do the scene 7, which is the second last scene where Destiny brings together Rahul Puppy and Anjali Puppy. And in for us to create this, we'll select the appropriate actors from the left hand side, give the prompt, press enter, and wait for the system to create some magic out of it. Who would have thought a couple of years ago that creating images can help you make money? And creating images would be a piece of joke. As per the current AI tools, all of this is possible, right? So I would encourage all of you to make the best use of the opportunity in front of you, because if you will not do it, someone else will definitely do it. Um, so why not you yourself do it? We are living in an age where a shift is going on from an economy where people watch movies and watch reels and listen to songs, to a era where a lot of people might just start questioning it and start to complain, start to say, why am I watching TV serials on this earth as a viewer? What if I create my own TV serials using AI? I create my own songs using AI, I create my own cartoons using AI, and then watch my own content. If I want to watch, I watch my own content on Netflix and Hotstar and HBOs of the world. Why to watch someone else's content when you can watch your own content? So that's the change that is about to happen. And whatever you are learning in this course from a skill set perspective, I feel it's a very important skill set. Now you end up creating Kuch Kuch Hota Hai's reimagined version with a lot of puppies, or you end up creating something else, doesn't matter. Or you don't even create anything, doesn't matter. But this knowledge is going to be very important to you in the future, that I can guarantee. So now we have images for all our scenes, including our main poster image as well. On your screen, you see a thumbnail, which is our main poster image. Then scene one, where all the three characters are present, and scene two, where only Rahul and Anjali are present. Scene three, where Tina falls in love with Rahul. Scene four, where Anjali has some issues with Tina and Rahul coming close. And scene five, where Anjali leaves the college all of a sudden and leaves everything behind. Scene six, next, where Tina and Rahul gets married, but there is a little bit of loss that happens after marriage, and there's a letter which Tina has given, which eventually helps us to get to scene seven, where Anjali and Rahul unites again after a lot of years, and then scene eight, a chemistry between Anjali and Rahul starts, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and that is the final scene. So we have images for all our scenes, and now we are in a good enough state. If you're not happy with the images, then I want you to rework on the images right now at this stage of the course, rather than creating a videos and then coming back to images, and all that stuff. This is a complicated process. It looks very easy, but it's still time consuming when you end up doing it yourself. And hence, it's important that at every step you feel confident about the output of that step. This step is about text to images. So you should be confident about text to images, then put a freeze on that step, and then move on to creating videos for each of the scene, right? So that's how you should work. That would be my recommendation as well. If you are happy with the images, move forward. If not, recreate the images based on your taste, your choice. But for now, I am comfortable with the images, so I would plan to proceed forward. You could take the same route or a different route depending on the purpose of what you're trying to build. One of my students in their review comments wrote, step by step method is so detailed and easy to understand. And I think this really resonates with what made me join Udemy as an instructor and start teaching people online. I can make complex things look very, very easy, and I can talk in a manner as if I'm talking to a 5-year-old child. And I think I take this comment very seriously, and I encourage all of you to put your review comments along with the ratings whenever you are leaving the review. Whenever you're ready to leave the review, leave that review. If you can give 5 on 5 rating, again, it would be pretty nice, and I'll be very thankful to all of you. Now we have all our images in place. We need a small video for each of the scene and for each of the image. Let's go ahead and start doing that. For doing our image to video, we could have done inside Whisk only, because you see there's a try animate button on the top right hand side of the same tool that we use to create the images. But there's a problem with Whisk. The moment you click on animate, you will see that unable to generate videos that are not in the landscape aspect ratio. Change the aspect ratio, and then you will be able to use animate here only. Which means if you are making a long form video, then yes, you can continue using the same tool. But if you are using a YouTube short video format, if that's the that's the project that you're working on, in that case, for now, Google's tool would not be the right choice, and hence I will switch to Grok AI, which offers some free credits on a day-to-day basis. And over in Grok AI, you go to, on the left hand side, you see this imagine icon. You click on this imagine icon. Here you see a window where you can upload your image and create that image to video from here, right at the bottom center of the screen. So we anyways have all our images and all our prompts as well, the scene details. By prompts I mean that I'm just going to use the exact same prompt details without too much of a complication, but technically, people have been creating an extra prompt for animation also, elaborating the scene, and giving that elaborated prompt while doing that image to video creation part of the project. But I'm not going to get into any such complexity for now. I have the scene details. I'm going to use exact same scene details while I'm doing my image to video part in the project, right? There's something wrong with my screen. I'm not able to see which image to select because images are not showing up. So I'll just cancel it and try to upload my image again. And the intention is I try to upload image for scene one. Now I can see the images, and so I will go ahead and upload an image scene by scene. But before I do that, I should go to the settings, go to behavior, and disable this enable automatic video creation, which means the moment I'll upload an image, video creation will not start. I will upload an image, I will write a small little piece of text, and that text would be the scene details that ChatGPT had given us earlier. So the same scene details, I will put it as a text. I'll give that image along with the scene details, then ask it to generate the video and not automatically, right? So it has taken our image and I have pasted my scene one details. It clearly highlights what the scene detail is, the visual appearance in terms of the visual note in terms of who is puppy R, puppy A, and puppy T. Since all the three uh, characters are in the image, how would Grok AI know which one is puppy R and puppy A and puppy T, right? So it's important for us to tell those details in the textual format, and that's what the text is, right? Here is our video that Grok AI has created. It will by default will have the sound with it, but you can just disable the sound because that's not what we are looking for, right? Let's go ahead and verify the scene two now. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the details for scene two. Let's start building that next scene. I'm gonna go back and not use the extended version for now, but download this particular scene at least because I'm fairly comfortable with this scene for now. If you are not comfortable, try to uh, give a prompt one more time to Grok AI and try to ensure that the output produced by Grok AI is as per your comfort. For now, I think I'm fairly satisfied, not extremely satisfied, but fairly satisfied, which serves the purpose of this course for now. So I'm moving ahead with the second scene. I've uploaded the image. I've given the textual details in terms of the scene details and in terms of the visual note as to who is which puppy is in yellow, which puppy is in blue, those details. And now I've given both image and the text as an input. I'm expecting video as an output. 70% done, 80% done now, 90% done, and boom, here is your video. You will see it's on mute, it's playing on mute because I don't even want to look into the audio. I'm gonna give my own audio file as a background music to it. So I'm not gonna use this particular audio, but in case if you want to use it, feel free, right? It's all up to you. And similarly, we're gonna continue the journey all the way up till scene 8, exactly in the same manner as we did for the first two scenes, which is upload a picture, upload the scene details, press enter, give all of that as an input to Grok AI, and let Grok AI generate the video output for you, and that's about it, right? So all in all, if you look at the project so far, what we have done is we have created our characters first, then we went ahead and created the storyline comprising of 8 scenes. For every scene, there was some details and the title of the scene and all that stuff. Then we created an image for each of the scene, and now what we are doing is we are creating video for each of the scene, right? So so once we have all these videos, we're gonna place all the videos in a timeline, and that's when the final outcome would show up. And that's the project about. So we are on that stage right now where we are creating scene 3 video of two characters, character Rahul and character Tina, Puppy Rahul and Puppy Tina in this particular scene. And and that's it. The same process needs to be repeated for all the other scenes as well, with no difference whatsoever. The exact same thing. You create a scene, you download it, store it on your computer machine, because you will need to put all these scenes in a timeline at a later point of time, once you are done with all of this, right? So technically, whatever you learn, whatever skills you develop in terms of using Grok AI for one scene, you want to replicate the exact same skill set for the remaining seven scenes, right? So it's not that with every single new scene you will learn something extra, you will need to learn something extra. You don't need to. Technically, you don't need to, but logically, you should always keep striving from learning something new or the other. But technically, it's more like a process that once you understand, then you can just play on a repeat mode, and that's the power of this entire process. And the best part is, in a matter of few months, or maybe just a handful of years, the entire process is going to change any which ways, which means that today you are doing all of these things step by step, right? You are creating these scenes and the story for each of the scene, then creating images, creating videos, but technically you are following a workflow. If you look at it, the workflow will always have the exact same steps, right? The steps are not going to change. You will have to create a scene, you will have to create characters, you will have to create images for each of the scene with the same characters, and then you will have to create the videos, and then you will have to place all the videos in a timeline format and make some little bit of editing and then export it and get it done, right? So logically the steps are going to be the same, and it's a repeat um, business, right? From a skills perspective, from a effort perspective, steps perspective. And wherever there's a repetition of anything, automation comes in. And now we are almost entering the age of AI agents, which means that today when you create your characters and give your characters to AI agents, this these AI agents would be able to write the scene for you, get it verified from you, and once you put a manual human stamp on each of the scene created by human AI agent, then they can continue to create those images all by themselves and get a review from you. And once you review that, then they can continue to create videos all by themselves, and you can review it at every single step, right? Which means that today you are copying the information from ChatGPT and taking it to Grok AI, but technically you are copying information from one platform to another, and that's all. AI agent would be able to take care of all of this all at a single platform, which means you will not really have to copy. You will just have to tell once AI agent in terms of what you need to do, and the workflow will pick up all the information from the scene, give it to the image text to image tool, or give it to image to video tool all by itself. The AI agent and the AI workflow will take care of it, right? So eventually this process is going to be lot more simpler and lot more easier as well going forward. But until that happens, and I'll have to revise the course at that given point of time again and teach you something which would be as per the world standards at that given point of time. I foresee the future to be that for sure, right? This is not going to be the future where you will have to manually copy and paste from ChatGPT to Grok AI, or ChatGPT, you copy the scenes and paste it to Google's Whisk AI. That I don't foresee that as a future, but for today, until the world is ready for optimization in this entire workflow of video creation, until the world is ready, this is the best method that I'm teaching you that you should learn for now, but keep in mind that this method will continue to change, and your life is going to become more and more easy from here, not difficult. Okay, that you should keep in mind. All right, let's come back to Grok. Now we have been able to generate a couple of videos um, for our scenes. We are on scene 7 right now. So two more scenes to go, scene 7 and scene 8, and then we'll be done with our video collection individually for each of the scene, and we just need to place it on a timeline and get going from there. Okay, so I hope you are not um, overwhelmed by the number of tools that I've showed you in this course. Uh, these are like uh, this can be too much of uh, information for someone to handle, but for some people, I think this would be like a piece of cake for them to walk through so many tools, because technically you're doing the same thing again and again and again in at least in each of the tools, right? But any which ways, I hope this was digestible from the information perspective, and I hope you like the way I am teaching you all of this step by step, because technically I don't think on the internet people show with this level of detail. People do show maybe one step, one scene per step, right? So they might just show image to video one scene, and text to image one scene, and that's about it. So they just remain very high level from an information sharing perspective. I have built this course with an information um, s- so detailed for every single step, so that wherever things are working fine, you get to see it, but wherever things are not working fine in the first go and I have to edit it and I have to reprompt it or redo the entire strategy again in terms of how to navigate this problem that I'm seeing, then that also should be visible to all of you who have purchased this course. So I think that's the intention uh, for uh, for this particular course that I had in my mind, and I hope it serves the purpose. Once you see this course, if you like it, please let me know your comments accordingly. But at least from my side, I thought I will do every single step on a screen share, so that so that I can translate the entire process end to end, and hopefully it will increase your confidence, right? Hopefully, that's the hope. Fingers crossed. All right, now what we have been able to achieve so far is, for each of our scenes, each of our 8 scenes, we have been able to get the animations and the videos absolutely okay. But we also have a post poster image thumbnail for which we don't have details for animation, right? So I've just extracted those details from ChatGPT about a small little animation on the poster image as well. And now I'm again repeating the same process, coming to Grok AI, giving our poster image and the animation text, and waiting for Grok AI to create a video out of it. And this would be our first video to start our entire YouTube short, right, with the cover image and the appropriate animation for it. So I'm gonna copy the animation prompt for the cover, come to Grok AI, give the image, the thumbnail, the poster for the movie, and give the text, animation text, which is instructions for the animation, to Grok AI for Grok AI to generate the output video for the same. And it's going to take maybe another 15-20 seconds for it to generate all this information. 40% complete. Now 50% complete. So all of this is pretty quick. It doesn't makes you wait for too long, but still, um, with in the future, it's gonna become more and more uh, quicker, I would say. So this is the animation that has been generated. Nothing great out of the world, but still I'm satisfied with it. For me to move forward, at least that much satisfaction I have, right? And I think that serves our purpose. So I wanted to keep this course very, very short but very concise with a lot of clarity and a hands-on example as well. I hope I've done justice so far in this course in terms of what we are trying to achieve and demonstrating every single step along the way in terms of wherever things are working fine, as well as the things wherever I get stuck and have to redo some of the steps. I hope it helps you get the confidence for you to think that you can also go ahead and give it a shot. I hope that happens.